I have my basement, my house in Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
I used to have my room there.
All right, one of the funniest things I found, and I love stuff like this in a book, I really do. Drew puts in the censors, what they do to his show.
Yes.
You got a TV show on every week.
That's a lot of people's favorite chapter.
Yeah, this is great. I love this kind of stuff. I tried to do this in my book as well. Pig Vomit used to send me memos on what I was doing wrong, at NBC. And I thought these memos were the best comedy in the world. Now, this one, some of them I don't even understand all of them, but because this is amazing to me. One of the memos says you can't say rug burns on the air.
I guess they were talking
they
about
think
rug
the whole,
burns on the knees or
something? Yeah, rug burns on the knees. That was the reference.
So you made a reference, hey, Mr. Bell is going to get rug burns on his knees.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then one of the characters, Mimi, says, should I bring a sponge, which is obviously a reference to the contraceptive?
Yeah, no, that's to clean up the
mess.
To clean up the mess.
Oh, man.
I know, they take like the third step that nobody else takes sometimes.
Okay. The American Humane Association had to be notified about animal action. What did you do?
American Humane Association is there every time there's an animal on the set.
Really?
They send someone over from there.
And did they ever accuse you of doing anything wrong?
No, they never caught us.
Right. What have you done?
Nothing. The dogs are great. We treat the dogs really good, but they always have somebody there just so we can sit. I don't know why they want to see that at the end of the show. Like at the movies, they say no animals were harmed.
Right.
That's because somebody from the Humane Association comes and monitors it.
What happened to me, Rob?
That's like the Swiss.
I did a pay-per-view.
Sending over people.
Right, yeah, I know, it's weird. Well, I did a pay-per-view special where I wanted a woman to eat maggots.
Right.
Ugh.
No, that guy.
Oh, I know what it was. It was at U.S. Open Source. The guy was going to come on and eat a mouse.
Or a worm. No, it was small. It was worms or maggots, some tiny little things.
And the Humane Association sent the sheriff over.
They sent people from the Humane Society.
And they said they were going to close down the show if we had him do it. I thought he was going to eat a rat.
No,
It might have been a rat.
Yeah, that was Vinny.
Yeah, it might have been a rat.
Vinny D'Amico was going to dip it in olive oil and eat a rat.
Right.
Now, everyone wants... I mean, rats are what we're trying to exterminate.
Who cares about rats?
Right, I know.
They came in, they almost shut down the whole show.
Yeah, they're big about any kind of animal. Fly, you can't kill a fly.
But you know what? I was thinking that we usually get away with stuff because we have animals on our sets all the time and never call anybody.
Yeah, well, we just put them on. You know what I mean? Nobody knows. All right, here it is. This is kind of funny. Okay. Kate, one of the characters on the show. In fact, she's here today, right?
Yeah, she's in the green.
She's a hot little piece of ass. Kate, they say her clothing must be suitable for broadcast free of any nipple impression.
Right.
Really? You can't have any nipple impression?
Yeah, it was a scene where Mr. Bell was never seen the first episode of the show. He was like just a voice. So we had the camera be his point of view, and he was drunk, and he was going to be trying to pick her up. So when he talked to her, he was just going to stare at her chest the whole time.
And that was okay as long as you didn't see nipple.
Well, and
you can't even say that on our radio show.
I'm sorry.
You can't say the T word. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, your pants can never be pointed. They can be puffy.
Yeah, that was. I had a thing where you sit down sometimes and your pants kind of stick up.
By the way, can I see your nipple?
Yeah.
Please? No.
Nipple impression on you?
I've seen some nipple.
It was huge.
Are you big?
No.
No, but somehow your pants were pointing.
Yeah, they put like a Venetian blind. They sewed it into the pants.
Yes.
So when I sat down, it curved up. So every time I sat down in these pants, I was like embarrassed about these pants, and that was like the big prop we had to make up for the show.
And that's funny.
Yeah.
And they said, well,
as long as it's round and not pointy.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you figure that? Who came up with that memo?
The Neil Conrad did the
really?
censor guy. Yeah.
Wow.
He's just doing his. I mean, he's
doing his job, but it's like hey, your
what
pants.
A job, man.
Yeah, I know. Your pants shouldn't look pointy.
You get into a job like that, don't you get like kooky?
Yeah. Don't you have to be perverted?
Yeah.
To be in a job like that, because you're going, hey man.
Is that dirty?
Those pants look pointed.
I think that's dirty.
I think I'm feeling something dirty inside. Like you got to think of what
everything's dirty.
Yeah, you have to see a penis in everything you see.
Yeah. This one I understand. You can't use the word Polak. You tried to use that in a script?
Yeah.
What did you try to say?
I don't know. It was something about I don't know. We got so many letters. One time we had Polak is out. I don't know why. I forget what that.
I don't know why. This is a huge insult.
We had this problem with Jackie at one time.
Yeah, Jackie got into trouble with Polacks. What happened with you? Jackie used to do Polak jokes.
To Polish people, Polak is like saying nigger.
Right.
Well, you know what? We had a show where Mimi was going to be we had this guy was supposed to be the king of Poland.
Right.
He was heir to be the king of Poland. He wanted Mimi to be the queen. He was like the stupid guy from Akron who came to Cleveland to meet her.
Right.
And And we did the whole show about, I'm the king of Poland. And then we got so many letters from like the Polish American Association. And
Jackie caved right in.
Yeah, they had a whole group in New Jersey. And
they wrote so many letters. It was insane. Congressman. And then we got calls. And then actually,
I think it's like 2 guys, though. You know what I mean? Do
on the internet,
work.
yeah. But then on the when we put the book out, we had to get permission from ABC to show all the censor notes.
Right.
And the ones about the Polish show, we had to take out.
Right.
That's the only.
Wow, they got scared, huh?
Oh man.
I say Polak all the time.
I guess they Polak.
There you go, man. Now you feel free to say it right here.
Can't say the T word, but you can say
Yeah, you can
that.
say Polak.
So sorry about the T word.
Okay, kiss my ass. You couldn't say that's unacceptable, and
we got away with that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's one we got away with.
Did you have to fight for days?
Yes.
Yeah.
We fought all week to get that one.
Isn't that wild, man? So anyway, so you were real honest in your book. Drew Carey, by the way, will be signing his book. Let me give you a couple of places you can go meet Drew Carey.
12:30 Rockefeller Center at the B. Dalton's or whatever.
Barnes & Noble at Rockefeller Center today.
Yeah.
Okay, in Cleveland, you'll be there Saturday at 1 p.m. at Walden Books at the Great Northern Mall.
Right.
Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at Barnes & Noble in Mayfield Heights. In Los Angeles, Monday at 7 p.m. at Super Crown in Santa Monica. So they told me, I thought it was incredibly brave of you to write about you being molested and everything, but then everyone said you don't like to talk about it.
Well, I'll talk about it, but I mean, I don't want to make a living out of it is what it is.
Oh, you can make a good living out of that.
Yeah.
Well, you can't
I'm telling
be
you.
funny anymore, though.
Yeah.
You had to always be serious after that.
Yeah, once you get molested, everyone feels sorry for you and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want
But you know, when a guy gets molested, they feel less sorry for him than a woman.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I think
so.
Look at Louis Anderson.
Oh, yeah, Louis
I don't
Anderson,
feel
man.
sorry for Louis Anderson.
Yeah, neither do I. We saw Louis on Donahue once. He had a real sob story.
Yeah.
No, see, I don't want to do that,
Yeah, I know.
Plus, that's like such a small part. I don't want...
Ever been beat up by your mom like Eric Roberts?
No.
So you never got beat up by a girl?
No.
See, there you go.
A girl.
A girl.
I only wanted to be beat up by a girl.
So you, you had a real sad life, right? Because you were not a good-looking guy as a kid. You're not a pretty boy.
No.
And probably kids picked on you and stuff. Was that it?
No, it was pretty fun. I had a lot of friends.
Yeah, because you were Mr. Personality.
Yeah, and then, but it was just like the molestation thing, and I was really depressed like most of my time growing up. But that was
How old were you?
Well, listen to this. Wait, we should go in order, okay?
Oh, okay.
So, Drew explains in his book that he got super depressed after his father died, right? Was it your mom that died? Your father died?
My father died when I was 8.
Right.
And that didn't really depress me that much because I couldn't connect.
You didn't like him that much?
No, I never saw him for one thing. He was sick like the last 4 years before he died, mostly in the hospital.
What did he have?
Man, he had like blood clots in his legs. He had a couple of heart attacks.
What's the story on this guy? How old was he?
How old was he?
He was 43 when he died.
43. What was he, a drug abuser? Or?
No, he just ate a lot of steaks.
Really? That'll do it. I was explaining that to my kids.
Deadly.
I was telling my kids that the other day, I gave them the whole "you are what you eat" rap.
Yeah.
But that
I'm
was
going to whip out Drew Carey's book.
That was the day when, he lived in the time where if you're doing well, if you had a steak every night for dinner, so he'd have like, drank
50
beer.
steaks.
He was a big beer
He
drinker.
must have done it like 3 times a day.
He was a beer.
Was he a big fatso?
No.
Really? He
No.
just had clogged arteries and crap?
Yeah, and he finally got killed by a brain tumor. I remember they took his eye. Well, the cool things, they took his eye out trying to get to the tumor in his brain.
Nice.
And he, like in the bathroom one time, he showed me, he helped me look inside his head. He took his patch away.
He popped off his patch, and you
Yeah,
could see
let me
right.
look inside,
What do you
yeah.
see? Do you see brain?
No, it was just like black. It was like a black cave.
Like a black hole?
Yeah, and then he showed me he could breathe through it.
Really?
Yeah.
You can suck air through a socket?
Yeah, he put the patch in. He could breathe through. He could make it move back and forth by breathing through it.
That makes kind of sense because
I think that's depressing.
I thought it was cool.
that does make kind of sense because
I was only 7. I thought it was great.
No wonder you try to kill yourself. Because if you can breathe through your mouth and breathe through your nose, your eyeball.
There's sinuses and stuff in there.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool.
Fred, poke your eye out. Let's see if you can breathe.
Let's see you move your patch.
That's right. So your dad must have been like kind of a cool guy if he'd show you his eye.
I thought he was great.
That could traumatize a kid, but you dug it.
Yeah, I dug it.
You were a weird little kid.
I was a weird little kid.
All right,
I think that made him a weird adult.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when he died, it was like I knew it was supposed to be sad because everybody else around me was sad. All the adults were sad, so I thought I better act sad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
there was a way to behave.
Yeah, and I was only 8. Like I touched him, and he was in the coffin. I wanted to touch him.
Oh, did you had an open coffin?
Yeah,
even with a guy that messed up.
Did they have it at your house or something?
They had his patch on his eye. No, they had it at the funeral home.
okay.
Did he lay there for how many days?
Oh man, I was only 8.
Sometimes it seems insufferable.
Yeah.
No, they just have the one service. You know,
Oh, yeah?
everybody went. That was like a couple nights.
You know, I noticed like Jews bury their dead inside of about 5 minutes.
Right, yeah.
Christians will
You could
bury
still
their
be
dead.
alive.
Yeah,
The Jews
Mother
are buried.
Teresa's still above ground. I mean, I don't think they're
on
ever.
tour.
She's on tour. She's doing better now for the poor.
Henri Paul, that French guy,
He's still
he
up
was
there.
up for like 3 weeks after this accident.
Oh yeah.
I just anything but the Ayatollah because they tossed him around.
Ayatollah, you know, like
That was the
like
coolest
Mussolini.
funeral.
Yeah, Mussolini had the wildest death.
Yeah.
Because after he died, the Italian people would just like drag him through the streets and spit on him. They just left him laying in the
Yeah.
street
Yeah.
for months.
Yeah,
And you could urinate on him.
yeah.
You could vomit on him.
Right.
People would do that. They'd cut off
Put
a
him
piece
in
of his hand.
wacky poses. Didn't they cut off a part of him and stuff it somewhere?
Yeah, it was like a real angry weekend at Bernie's. People were just partying with that corpse forever. But the Ayatollah was great because people started fighting over the corpse.
Yeah, that was
Right.
like a frat party.
It was pretty cool.
The Ayatollah was body surfing and he went down.
He did. He looked like Courtney Love.
Iranian mosh pit.
Yeah, it was an Arabian mosh pit. That's where the idea got started. So, anyway, okay, so your dad dies, you get to touch his body and everything.
Yeah, I touched his body. I was like a kid. I wanted to see what a dead guy felt like, so
Right.
I touched it. But
But it is weird. It had to have some effect on you because then you became what? You became so
I
depressed?
guess it did. I mean, I think it was after the molestation. I started like biting my nails when I was 10 and stuff.
So you've never admitted who molested you. You just say it's a family member.
No, it was not a family
Oh,
member.
it was not?
No.
Yeah, so it was a next door neighbor or one of your neighbors or a family friend.
It wasn't a family friend.
It wasn't.
Was it a total stranger?
Was it the local bozo?
No, somebody. It was somebody.
That's always good. You know, like, yeah, we got a new bozo in
A
town.
party clown.
Or I like when it's the Cub Scout leader or the priest.
Okay.
That's fun. Am I getting warm? No?
No.
What was it? What did you say? It was just a friend of one of your...
It wasn't like, it wasn't like I got...
Like, how'd the guy get you?
Huh?
How'd the guy get you?
Oh, man, I don't want to talk
Oh, maybe a buddy.
Yeah, because then they won't go and do what you did.
Be a buddy.
Come on, man. Be a pal. Tell us where it
Wait a
happened.
minute. Was it one of those things
Was
like
it in the
where-
butt?
No, stop it.
All right.
You gotta ease
Start
into
small.
it.
Okay, all right. We'll ask questions. We'll ask questions and see how far we can go. All right. In other words, how old were you?
9.
All right, 9 years old. Innocent kid. That means you didn't know what the hell was going
know
on.
what was going on.
Didn't
know.
have a father, looking for a buddy.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. All right. So you go over.
Back room of a bar. Why did I go there?
I say it's like one of these older guys has a lot of games in his house. You know, he fits the MO. Am I close? Give me a type.
Okay, let's say that.
Okay, is that right?
No, but let's say it.
You're at summer camp. Give me a place. Give me a time. Give me anything to work with here.
It was around. It was in the city.
In the
I wasn't-
city.
I wasn't away anywhere.
What were you doing in the city?
I went home.
You lived
No,
there.
I lived in the city. It was around my house.
So how do you meet this guy? He just pulled you into an alley?
No, somebody I knew.
All right, somebody you knew.
Yeah.
All right,
And
older
did you
brother.
hang out with him?
It was somebody I knew and hung out with.
Right. Oh, so he wasn't that much older. He was maybe a hot 11-year-old. No, it's got to be someone who could overpower you because you seem like a pretty strong guy.
Yeah, it was somebody. Yeah, it was somebody that I feared and everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he gets a hold of you, this goes on for what, a period of months?
No, it happened one time.
One time.
Yeah.
And that's when you went into the
That's
depression.
enough, man. When you get molested.
I know, because you think you're gay or something, and you
Yeah.
think you did something wrong.
Right. Yeah. You think all those things, and you think like and then because it's a bad thing, it's something you want to forget.
I've talked to guys who've been molested. I know people personally who've been molested.
Yes.
And their whole rest of their lives, they always say to me the same thing. I always thought, like, maybe I was asking for it, or... No, I'm being serious.
Somehow
or
it was
maybe I was
their
gay.
fault?
Yeah, or maybe I was gay because I kind of cooperated.
No, it wasn't anything like that. But
You
I
were
mean,
forced.
Or maybe there's something about me that makes other people think I'm gay.
Yeah.
I was only 9. I didn't know if I thought anything of it. I was just trying to,
Please the guy.
I was just trying to go along just to be
One of the
you're
guys.
9,
To
they
get
go,
out of there.
If you're 9 and somebody says, "Hey, eat a bug," it's cool to do.
So then
You're
afterwards...
all right, and you eat a bug.
So afterwards you realize, hey, wait a second, I just did something that I didn't want
Something
to do.
I knew at the time it was something really bad.
Oh,
Wow.
so you had to do something to him.
I knew it was something really bad that happened between us.
You had to give him oral sex, right?
I knew something bad happened between the two of us.
You had to give the guy oral sex.
I'm not saying
That's
wow.
exactly what it was.
I
not
think
saying
so. If somebody tells you to eat a bug, you're gonna
Yeah, I mean, eating a bug. Robin, you described that as eating a bug.
I need a pile of bugs.
Wow.
But
Yeah, that really sucks. But it wasn't Marv Albert, was it?
wasn't Marv Albert.
All right. What do you think of all this Marv
I
Albert
think
stuff?
Marv Albert was molested as a
Man, it's
child.
craziness.
It is wild. Even with your horrible story, you never parade around in women's
No,
panties.
but I
did
mean,
you?
it's like the worst. I mean,
it is a terrible thing.
I mentioned it really briefly because I read a book later on like about it was called Abused Boys.
Yeah.
And I thought I always turn to books for help. So I'm reading this book and I'm reading what happened to these guys that were like molested and there's a difference between being molested and abused and stuff like that.
Right.
Like people their dads would do them and like.
We had tons of guys calling. We have guys calling all the time with stories like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I was like crying reading this book. It was like a real horrible thing. And what happened to me when wasn't anything on that kind of level.
Right.
But it was
a
still
one-shot deal, but it's still
But
traumatizing.
anything like that.
Terrible
But then you forget about it. You think, I'm going to forget about this horrible thing.
Did you ever run into this guy again?
And later, no.
Really? You're lucky.
You managed not to ever see him again?
No, I mean, not.
Oh, you mean not like that?
As an adult, no.
No, but I'm saying as a kid, though, did you see him?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
so every
in the
time you saw him, you
neighborhood.
probably shook. Like, you were like, uh-oh, this could happen again.
Yeah.
Because he could force you to.
You think that?
Because he was stronger than you.
And you never
I stayed in
told
the house
anybody.
a lot that summer.
You did. Yeah, man, no wonder you were depressed. So you went into a depression and then you tried to kill yourself when you were like 9?
Well, I was
14,
like, when I was first time I tried to kill myself, I was 18.
Wow.
18. How'd you do it?
That takes balls.
I was
How did he
I
do
was
it?
depressed like a little bit in high school, mostly in college. I don't know. It just
Aren't you
came out
glad
of
you
me.
didn't succeed? Now you're getting laid like crazy.
I know. It's
Yeah,
good,
he's
no.
getting tons of
But
chicks.
the other thing is he probably thinks that he got depressed because of the molestation. You were depressed all that time,
I don't think I was depressed.
I was depressed, and I was depressed because nobody even wanted to molest me.
I don't think I was depressed my whole life, But
Really?
I think who knows? But I wasn't like suicidal till I got to be like 18 or so.
Now, what
It just
made you
came out of me really-
suicidal?
I don't know. Oh,
I think it was the guy giving the guy
you think
the.
you think you're
You think you're ugly. You think you're.
you think you're nothing, man. You think
Right.
why bother taking another breath because nobody likes me anyway, and if they do, they don't really like me for me. They're just phonies. Everybody's a phony. Nobody's truthful.
That sounds like me. That
That
sounds like me now. Thanks for the tune. Did this guy make you ingest?
Oh, stop.
that's not what happened. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you, man. My wife refuses to do that too.
Well, how did you try to commit suicide?
Sleeping pills 2 times.
Oh, no
Really?
kidding? That's how I would do it.
Sleeping pills and like alcohol?
Sissy way out.
No, you know how I would do it? I would do the thing where you drive into your garage and you close the garage door.
Yeah.
That seems to me to be the
See,
easiest.
that's iffy, though. Somebody always, because it takes a while. People catch you.
So did you swallow?
I think next time
I mean the pills.
the pills. yeah. Yeah, it did.
All right. So 2 times you tried to do that, and did your family rescue you each time or something?
Now the first time I did it was not that serious of it. I mean, I took him and then right away I thought, oh, what a stupid thing I just did. And I got
Right.
one of my fraternity. I was in my fraternity house. I got my fraternity brothers drive me to the health center.
Right.
And I took Sominex.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
And
Sominex.
like
And
a
I've
whole
tried to
bottle.
kill myself many times.
Like a whole bottle.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. All right.
A whole bottle.
No.
They
Okay.
say if you take 10 billion Sominex, it'll
I was like
hurt you.
bad at it.
Yeah.
I would say
So I think it was a combination of things. Your dad died. You had this molestation thing happen,
I guess, yeah.
but you didn't ingest, so that's at least, that's.
Go on, what else?
That'll make you gay.
Yeah, and then, growing up alienated, like all of us get
Well,
depressed.
what was it? You had no girlfriends?
Yeah, you couldn't get laid. What age did you get laid? When was the first time you had a girl?
I was 18. I didn't make out with a girl till I was 18.
Yeah, there you go.
Not even make out?
No.
Yeah, but he's making up for it now. You're getting tons of it, huh?
I get my share, yeah.
Yeah, and he gets like good looking,
Well, he loves porn stars and
yeah,
strippers, too.
that's what I'd be doing if I was
I
single.
love going to strip clubs.
Oh, me too, man. I got to
great.
take you to Scores one time. That's
love
a
to go to
strip club.
Scores.
You want to go?
Yeah, I've been there
Damn, I
once.
should have lined up. If I knew you were in town today, I would have lined up a party.
It's a Friday.
Dude,
love Scores.
I tell you, that's the best place.
It's
What
really
is it?
fun.
You know who we saw him in a picture with, Howard?
Who?
The girl that did the world's
Baba
biggest
Booey.
gangbang,
Baba
Jasmine
Booey.
Sinclair.
Hey, did you do Jasmine?
Baba Booey.
No, I went they had a...
He went to the gangbang.
The video...
I could have had her.
The Software Video Dealers Association over in Vegas.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine used to live down the hall from me, runs one of the porno companies. So I went to say hi to him. And I was at the Hard Rock and I ran into Chasey Lane and Gentile
Yeah.
at the Hard Rock. And I said hello, I was big fans. And
You watch a lot of
See, I
porno?
don't even know
Yeah.
who those
Yeah.
people are.
and they said...
I do. That's the sad part.
They're really
Clue
attractive.
the rest
What kind of
us
porno
in.
you dig? You ever see Felicia?
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah, I think she's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seems to only do girls though.
Misty Rain is nice.
Yeah.
Jason, the Vivid Girls are really good.
The Vivid girls are good.
And the guy, my buddy
But you're as pathetic as I am.
is with Metro. He's
And
really
he's
great.
not
Those are really-
married.
He's not married and he watches
is a
porno.
shame.
I like the high class stuff like Michael Ninn and all that stuff like Latex or Giselle, like that movie that just came out. I like those.
See, that's why I dig you, man.
Or like I'm really like down and dirty, like John Leslie makes those.
Yeah, little
voyeur
sluts.
movies.
Little,
Yeah,
little
they have
hoary
to be
sluts.
really like just go right to the sex and just go for
Do you
it.
like Jenna Jameson?
Or do like really artsy.
Do you like Jenna Jameson?
Yeah, she's hot.
Did you ever get her?
No, but I met all these. I went to say hi to my buddy and I got caught in this like flashbulb
Oh, and that's how you ended up in the picture.
Yeah, I was there for like an hour and a half, like posing for like everybody stopped me. I was more naked chicks all around, and everybody's taking a picture of me.
So you try the bottle of Sominex.
Oh yeah,
What was the next time?
The next time I was.
That's just a cry out for help. That's that you ain't gonna die from no Sominex.
The next, I didn't know. I thought I was.
Yeah, I hear you.
Making with a bottle with a thing of beer from
Did you write a note?
Cheap beer. No, I don't think I did.
Really?
Then the next time I was in my 20s, and that was the more serious attempt.
What did you do then?
I took. I didn't call anybody. I didn't say anything. I called this one girl, and she figured out what I was doing. And I remember taking the pills, and then
what kind of pills did you take this time? Sominex again?
I don't know, some kind of sleeping pills again.
Over the counter?
I didn't know. I thought sleeping pills.
All right, hey, listen, man.
Later on, I've read
kind of a wimpy suicide attempt.
I know. I read later.
I called some chicks and told them I'd be killing myself.
No, I didn't.
Right.
But she figured out. And I went to. I remember.
Did you fall asleep after you took the pills?
Yeah, I remember they had a break into my apartment because I wouldn't even answer the door.
And then they take you to the hospital?
Yeah, I woke up in the hospital and they had a catheter in me.
And then what happens? Your mom shows up and feels bad? And
I was in Las Vegas when I did that.
Right. Did your mom show up for you or anything? I mean,
she didn't know about the second one until
really?
later on. Yeah, until much later on.
Yeah, that's cool. And, okay, so then you get real depressed and everything, and then things start to go better for you as a comedian, right?
Yeah.
And then of course, the success on television and all that.
Yeah.
And
now, wait a minute. Did he go into comedy right away? He didn't have one of these.
I was 28 when I started doing stand-up.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it took me long. I had all these crummy jobs. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I kind of fell into doing stand-up, yeah.
Yeah.
I had no goal. That was one of my problems when I was growing up. I had no goals. I never knew what I wanted to do with my life.
Right. No purpose.
No purpose, yeah. No, that kills you.
Yeah, it does. Screws you up.
Yeah, you have to have, like, even when you're in high school or something, you should have some kind of idea,
Pick a purpose.
To declare a major.
Yeah, right. I want to kill myself a few times when I couldn't figure out what my major was. How about when I couldn't figure out a minor? Art history.
Oh, that's stupid.
Hey, so, okay, so now your life's pretty wild. I mean, thank God you didn't die because you got a great TV show, you got a great career going, You're getting tons of chicks, you're getting tons of action. How often do you get laid? Like every night?
No.
Do you have a steady girlfriend?
I date,
Are you doing this girl on the show? What's her name? Let me see her.
Krista?
Is Krista here? Do you mind bringing her in a little bit?
I don't bring.
Gary, bring in Krista. Let her say hello.
My friend Sam's in here, too.
Who's that?
Sam Simon.
Is he on the show?
He directs our show. He's one of the creators of The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah?
Run a taxi when he was 23 years old. Did the George Carlin show.
Oh, no kidding. Hey, you got some fancy friends.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't have any cool friends like that.
But he helps direct the show.
Wow.
He directs the show.
Hey now, why don't you go out with her?
She's got a boyfriend.
Yeah, big deal.
Branch out from...
I love girls who have boyfriends. You can take them in 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the reason they're
Plus we work
boyfriends is because
together.
they don't want to marry them.
Plus, we work together.
Yeah, big deal. You're not showing any nipple, I hope.
No impression.
Were you aware that you're not allowed to show that on TV?
I wasn't
There is
aware.
nipple impression right here.
There actually is a nipple impression. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Now that I'm aware of it.
Oh, she's wearing a brown...
You never put the moves on her?
No.
Boy, I would. Well, if I was working with you, we'd be in the trailer.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
He's all talk.
I have a bed in my trailer.
What do you have in your trailer?
A bed.
You do, really?
Yep,
We all
bunk
do.
bed.
I had a bed in my trailer, too.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I take
Most
naps in it.
unused place.
I laid there myself for an entire 4 months. I thought, wow, I got a trailer. You know, I even had Jenna Jameson, the porn star, in my trailer. And we're sitting there talking. And then all we did was talk, and she left.
Yeah, it sounds like these porn stars don't put out.
They don't.
They don't.
And she always told me, oh, if I ever was alone with you, I would...
Did she?
And and then we're sitting there, and I'm like,
Oh,
she's half
man.
naked, and she didn't do anything.
She was fully naked just walking around the set.
Yeah. Why do these porn chicks don't put out?
I have big teases.
Who are you going... What porn chicks have you gotten?
None.
Oh, really?
None.
Who have you dated? I mean, I thought you were having this great sex life. You going out with any starlets?
No. I just
Really?
meet girls.
He has hot girls on the set coming
Yeah.
to visit him, yes.
Oh, see, that's his move.
Little
Yeah.
little sluts?
In order to
Strippers.
impress the
Strippers?
girl, he invites them to work.
I love strippers. I would only date strippers. If I could get single, I would only date
They're
strippers.
the coolest girls.
They're the
I'm telling
coolest
you.
girls. They're the girliest girls.
What's
They don't
wrong
mind.
with
They don't mind being naked. They're up for anything.
And they
pretty
don't
much.
talk about...
What's wrong with regular girls?
I'm telling you
You
right
can
now.
ask, you can ask for any
Smart,
kinky
Robin.
thing you want to do. And
That's
they go,
right.
They don't think it's bad. They go, okay, let's
They'll
try
bring
this.
other chicks into the room.
Exactly.
And not
They
only
dance
that...
around for you.
And you know what they like to talk
Don't
about?
you get tired
Nothing.
of that after
They're
a
the
while?
greatest
No,
lingerie.
they love to talk about. They go like, I mean, I love when I go to scores. I talk to the strippers, and I love them. I swear to God, they go like, you know, I work out like maybe for a half hour, and then the rest of the time I dance,
Oh, yeah, I eat anything I want.
and I eat whatever. I mean, they talk about stuff that's interesting, like girl stuff. And they'll talk about, you know, like this perfume I'm wearing. I've been wearing this for a while, and when I shave, the reason I don't get shaving bumps is because. And I'm like,
Yeah.
they know cool girl stuff.
Yeah.
So like.